This is a decent one. This is a proper Alton bream. Look at that girl. Oh, absolutely mint condition. A couple of little marks on it, probably left over from spawning. Lift her up again. The other side. That's a proper fish. Right, let's get her back. This is the view from my bivvy, and I'm fishing almost directly in front of me, just to the left hand side of that gap in the trees out there, right on the edge of the ripple, just about halfway across. 24 foot of water. When it was calm earlier, I saw a few fish blowing up, but that was about 8 o'clock, and by the time I've been fuffing about, it's now about 9:30 and I still ain't got my bait out. So let's get my bait, rods out, and get back to you. There we go. How's that for timing? Video on. The first fish of the night. Kettle's on. I'm going to have to try and turn that off. Feels like a decent fish. I think he's massive, but pull him back a bit. Just go around the side of that tree. Caught in the edge of that tree. Out now though. Oh, there we go. Happy days. Let's get a run hooked. Fighting it, and I want to use part of this fishing journey and the journey that I'm going through. I'm due to have my kidney removed sometime in the next. Oh, gotta go. So I don't know if you can see this. Rod's only been out there about half hour. Lovely bream. Middle of the day as well. I'm hoping you're getting this. That's a nice fish in the middle of the day, good condition. Right. Let's get her out, have a closer look at her. Literally, Rod's been out there about half hour. if that, middle of the day, bright sunlight, water's like tap water. Last thing I expected was a bite, and then this lovely creature came to the net. One of the old original strain of bream in here. Lovely fish. So, first light, 8th fish of the session. I had 3 yesterday during daylight, 5 during the night. Another, all the same stamp, similar quality, similar size, absolutely perfect condition, as you can see. I'm still getting indications now, so I expect maybe a couple more. This one's for Louise, our neighbour, who's been so helpful, even though she's had her own problems. Thanks, Lou. Right, might be time for the kettle on first night. Made the ground bait up, got my marker out. I've gone with 20 balls, if you can see that. Slightly smaller than normal. Not sure if you can see my marker float. This is how I get my ground bait out. I use one of these old Drennan, they call them whopper droppers. I've had this donkey's years, and it's served me well. The elastic's gone a couple of times, but it still works. One of the key things though, when you catapult in the distance, is warm the elastic up. If you don't, as it warms up while you're firing the ground bait out, your ground bait starts to go further and further out. So let's see, a bit out of practice, but let's see how we go. Like riding a bike, right on the money. I'm going to spread them out in a line. I'm only going to fish 2 rods today. So, oh, again, right on the money. Perfect. I'm not sure if you can see my marker float, but yeah, it's like riding a bike. I'm actually going to spread them out in a line across the front of me. And what I'll do is I'll fish 1 rod either side of it. So, straight down the hole every time. Perfect. Right. Right, that's a few of them. I'll get back to you when I get the rods out and as and when I catch something. Cheers, guys. 30, still only 2 degrees. This came as a bit of a surprise. I switched to a pellet with the Dendrobina. Was out there about 10 minutes and off she went. Put up a proper scrapper, I can tell you. Beautiful colours. Lovely, thick, solid fish. Let's turn around, get a proper look at her. Lovely looking fish. Turn around. I don't want to keep her out of the water too long. Have a look at the other side. Couple of little marks. Lovely colours though. Put up a proper scrap. Let's get her back. See what else is out there. Speak to you soon. Morning all, back again. It's about 8:30, 7th of March. Air temperature's about 8 degrees, going up to about 10 today, dropping down to 5 during the night. The wind is from the east, which isn't always great, but as you can see, I picked an area where there's not a lot of wind, so hopefully it won't have too much of an impact. I'm out there, going to get my rods out in about 15 foot of water, about 15 rod lengths out. There's an old irrigation channel, which is about, so I guess about 5-6 meters wide, and runs left to right straight across in a straight line, which is nice. So I can put all my rods in the channel, keep all my feed in the channel. Air pressure's back up again, but it has been for weeks, and I know it has an impact on the fish, but I think when it's been, air pressure's been this high for this long, I think we've had a couple of days here and there where it's dropped down to 1,000, but most of the time it's been 1,021. It's not really seemed to have affected the fish so far. Whether that's because they've got used to it, I've got this theory that when the air pressure's really high, it certainly thins the oxygen out in us, in the air, because it's spread out over a bigger area, and I think hence the old wives' tale saying of under the weather. There's no reason why it won't affect the water as well, and perhaps reduce the oxygen levels a little bit. But as long as it's not too much, and on a big water like this, and you get some real big winds on here. I mean, last week it was 40 mile an hour. I think that puts the oxygen back in the water, and I think for me personally, that's the only time it affects the fish, is when the oxygen levels start to reduce down to a level where they start to become torpid. I'm confident. I'm not sure whether I'm going to get anything during the day. I was going to head for very deep water up at Birchwood, in 30 foot, just to try and catch during the day. But that, unfortunately, with the water level as high as it is, and it's up a good couple of foot on the normal winter level, that I couldn't get near the swim. You know, I would have had to have put my chest waders on, and I'm not doing that umpteen times during the night. Putting my chest waders on, getting in that cold water.